What's good, people? My name is Naths, and welcome to the video. Now, I'm not too sure what I'm gonna title this video, but at the very least I think it's gonna be interesting. You're probably a bit confused by the title. You don't really know what you're clicking on, what this video is gonna entail, but yeah, I mean, it's probably the same type of confusion I was feeling when I stumbled across this article. And yeah, I mean, let's talk about it. So a TV show in England is airing, I think a day after I'm recording this. I think the first episode comes out on April 26th. And it's a TV show about sex. Now, it's not one of these type of like doctor shows where people, I don't know, they might have some sort of problem or some sort of STD, something like that. And they just kind of, one of those type of shows, like The Body Doctor or something. I think there was a show back in the day called that. It might still even be airing. I have no idea who watches TV anymore. Apparently people who like things like this. But yeah, it's a TV show about couples having sex and more about them actually improving and getting tips from other couples who they don't know, who've also had sex, and they're filming it, putting it in a TV show. And yeah, apparently this is allowed now. So you guys are probably asking right now, like, how is this even a thing? You guys are just as confused as I was while reading this article. But yeah, it's an actual thing, and it's been made by a pretty big channel in England called Channel 4. And Channel 4 is like a really old channel. Like, it was one of the first channels on the TV, back when they only had 4 channels, and you guessed it, it was Channel 4. But yeah, I mean, Channel 4, they've always been the type of station to push more controversial like TV shows, and there was always a conversation about their TV shows when they come out. But this one, it's really straight. I don't really know how this is a thing. I mean, I kind of understand why they'd want to make it, from a kind of like a business standpoint. It's something that, for anyone who still watches TV, I feel like this is definitely the kind of thing that they'd like to watch on like a Friday night, 8 in the afternoon, because anyone who really is still watching TV probably isn't going to be doing anything. So something like this, yeah, it will fill their time. But the main thing that I like whenever I see something like this, and there's loads of things, on TV and on the internet, and just a bunch of stuff where it's kind of like centered around the same type of thing. And for me, the one question that I always have with things like this is like, why would you agree to be on this show? It just makes no sense. I don't understand it. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to film yourself having sex, right? And then have millions of people watch it, and you're not getting paid for it. You're not. It's different if you're like a porn star or something like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. These people might be getting paid for it, and if they are, it's a very small amount. But if you're not some big porn star making a lot of money from having sex on camera, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? What is wrong with you? I guarantee everybody in this show has lost their job, because how could you, if you work in like an office building, right? Imagine you walk in on a Monday morning, right? 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, whenever you get into work, right? You're already miserable because, well, you're at work early in the morning, and everybody in your office block has literally seen you having sex, and you might not even be good at it, because apparently the people that are going on this show want to get advice because they're not good at sex. So why would you expose that to the entire world? So I'm going to leave the article and the actual trailer to the show itself in the description for you guys to go have a look at. I didn't feel like putting the trailer in the video itself, because I feel like it's one of those things where it's only actually up on YouTube because it's Channel 4 that's uploaded it, and they're like a big entity. But if anyone else was to upload that type of content, they just get the video taken down immediately. So I'm not going to put it in the video, but I'd say definitely go watch it, because it gives you like a real insight into just watch it. It's pretty funny, honestly, when you actually, when it sinks in what they're actually doing. It's absolutely hilarious. So I'd say, yeah, definitely go watch that. But in the trailer, you'll see, so the way how they've formatted this type of show is, so like I said, they literally film them and their significant other having sex, right? And they all sit down in some sort of, stage or whatever, some sort of area that the producers have obviously made. And they watch videos of each other, that themselves and the other people that they're with. I think there's about like 4 or 5 couples all sitting down together, and they watch them having sex and then give each other critiques on what they're doing. And the whole point of this is to apparently save each other's relationships, and because this somehow helps to save your relationship, watching other people have sex. They're just cucks, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't really understand how you'd even want this. As a guy, why would you want this? You know? I mean, a girl as well, but, you know, I'm a guy, so I can't really look at it from a female's perspective. But as a guy, why would you want this? Why would you want a group of strangers to just see your girl naked, you literally having sex with her? Like, it just... What? Another thing as well, and I wasn't too sure if I should actually put this in the video or not, right? But, okay, I'm just going to because, you know, why not? I saw gay people in this thing, right? Now, obviously it makes sense that, you know, I mean, anybody would sign up to this. I mean, I don't know why anybody would sign up to it, but, you know, I mean, whatever, there's gay people. But, okay, why do I want to watch gay people having sex, you know? Why would I do that? Like, okay, what do you do, right? What do you do? Because if you're a guy, right? Imagine you signed up to this, okay? For some reason, you signed up to this with your significant other, right? Your girlfriend, whatever, right? And you're doing it. You're watching people have sex, and then it's the gay couple's turn to show their sex tape, right? What do you do? Because you have to watch it. You're in the show. You have to watch it, and you have to give critiques on how they should have sex. How does that work? Please tell me how you as a straight male are going to look two gay men in the face and give them critiques on how they should be having sex. What even is that? Please tell me, because I can't even fathom being in that situation in the first place. But then, I'm sorry, but even if I'm there, as soon as you put literal gay porn on the screen, that's my cue to leave. So how does this work? Do they just genuinely sit through that? And I honestly, I kind of want to watch it because I don't understand how this is even a thing. Like, I want to see these people and how, like, who does this? Like, I'm so confused as to how you look at something like this and think it's a good idea. It's just, what is wrong with you? So, another interesting point to this whole thing, I mean, I've kind of almost finished taking the piss out of the entire thing, but while I was reading the article, something interesting came up near the end of it, and it actually did say that a couple that had taken part in this show had actually ended up saving their relationship. So in the article, it explains that a couple signed up to this show because they had felt that their sex life had gotten a bit boring or whatever. You know, I guess that could happen with older couples who've been together for a while, you know, nothing to be ashamed about. Instead of, you know, just talking to each other and trying new things, they sign up to like a porn show. So the woman decides, the girlfriend decides to do this for the couple, and for some reason the man goes along with it. Just a side note as well, if your relationship is at the point where you're considering doing something like this to fix it, probably just end the relationship. I feel like it'd be much healthier, but for some, I don't know how, but it's worked for these people apparently. So obviously when I was reading this, I was very, very interested to see how a show this ludicrous could actually fix somebody's relationship. So, you know, obviously I kept reading, and I'm not gonna lie, I found myself somewhat surprised. So basically, the guy in this whole thing, his name is Brian, and what he said is that, well, he was watching the video back, he realized that he was, like, in his words, he realized that he was almost being chauvinistic, and that he had trust issues kind of came into that whole mix. And I mean, I could guess in my head, you know, from what he's saying, I kind of understand what I'm assuming that he probably saw back on the clip, on the tape. So I guess it kind of makes sense. And what the girl in this relationship, Victoria, she said that when she saw it back, she realized how she looked like an absolute tool, and you know, she thinking, oh, I should have dumped him ages ago. But it made him realize the error of what he was doing, and he shouldn't be doing this. And, you know, obviously it seems like it went far beyond just, you know, the actual sex that they were having. Like, it's things that kind of parallel throughout their relationship. So in seeing that and kind of being exposed to him, and obviously everyone there, like, it's different with him just watching it himself, but because there were other couples there, they kind of said the same things that he was thinking, so he kind of couldn't hide from it, which made him change his behavior throughout, you know, the whole relationship. So I guess, you know, when I was reading the article and it was kind of just shown to me like that, it kind of makes sense. You know, I kind of understand how something like this would work, but at the same time, just, is this really, like, are you really going to do this? I don't Don't understand. And this is the thing. I mean, from what it looks like, there's like, you know, like 4 to 5 couples in every show. Usually, English TV shows have about 8 episodes. You know, that's a lot of couples. You know, how do they find this many people to do this? You know, we're not in America. These people shouldn't be over here. So, just a bit confused. But apparently it all worked out for the best. And, you know, this is something that I guess couples should do now. It's a new form of relationship therapy. You know, don't go to a therapist. Just record yourself having sex and then watch that back with a bunch of other people around you. And then also watch them have sex. That is how you fix a relationship, people. Alright, guys. So that's pretty much the end of the video. I've had my fill taking the piss out of this. And, yeah.